Babies. Just gonna rinse a little bit.
I think that we're live.
And we are live. Got my my Red Cross. I'm proud. I'm a blood donor, a consistent blood donor.
Snoopy t-shirt.
My Snoopy t-shirt. Yep. I was like, give me a Snoopy t-shirt. They already got me scheduled for my next appointment. Oh, you want me to? I can also turn this light. Let me see.
We got quite the non-professional setup here.
Does that light work up there or no?
Good morning.
How's everyone doing? What is it today? Thursday.
I'm over here in my pajamas, no makeup on.
Go over there. Go over there. Stay.
You know, as
Stay over there.
real as it gets right here. Good morning, Rachel. I was just talking to, it's probably better without the light.
You want me to turn those lights on?
Which lights?
The overhead lights.
Aren't they on?
No.
The kitchen? Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
I was just talking to my daughter. Ooh, April. Welcome.
Oh, what's up, April?
I was
Buenos
just
dias.
talking to my daughter and she just had this epiphany. She's like, Mom, now that you live close and we're so close to LA, let's go to some tapings. So she put in a request to get tickets to Dancing with the Stars. Wouldn't that be cool to go see be in the audience for Dancing with the Stars? So we're going to try to do that. And then just like other tapings. I've been to like sitcom tapings before. I did that 70s show. I did the Joey show when it was on. So, hold on real quick.
A little closer right here. Let's see.
Yeah, I look like hell in a handbasket. Please forgive me.
This is not my wife, you guys. This is not the woman I married right here. I don't know who she is. I'm
This
joking.
is me all the time.
I'm joking.
Most of the time. This is me most of the time. So yeah, we're going to do a show. Hopefully we're actually going to do Universal Horror Nights on Sunday. She's driving here, going to meet us here. Then we're going to drive over to Hollywood and we're going to go see Horror Nights. And that was a cool thing because there was a time that we would actually traveled. We traveled to go to Universal and we booked a hotel and we did all this thing. It was a big hoopla, right? Coming from
Costs a
our
lot of
house.
money. Gas, food, hotel, time. So what, a 5-6 hour drive each way? That's if you're lucky not hitting LA traffic. You know, Naughty knows that LA traffic is brutal. That's why we will never live in LA again. Never. No thanks.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to go see Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
If we can get tickets. We submitted a request. You have to like apply for tickets. So we're going to check on that. We're going to just try to do, I'm just trying to think outside the box and just trying to like enjoy life every day.
Well, you did say you want to live somewhere where people vacation, and we live somewhere where people vacation.
Yeah.
We're in the OC, and we got Laguna Beach, which Laguna Beach, even during the weekday, it's packed. Where else did we go recently? It was packed during the week.
Oh, Beachcomber, Newport.
That was
so when was the Shake Shack?
Sunday.
Actually, that's I've been documenting. I'm gonna have a vlog. I have a vlog going live today. And then tomorrow I have my Road to 50 episode 1. I'm going to document the series of me getting in the best shape of my life. And episode 1 drops tomorrow. So your support of that is appreciated. But I show a little bit of the Beachcomber and the Shake Shack that we went to in Newport in that. But we've really been trying to, each day, I think, like, what am I going to do today to make a great day? It's kind of like what I talked to you guys about, like the journaling in the morning. It's like, what's going to make today a great day? Even if it is the most boring, typical work day or whatever, right? So Like for me, Monday through Wednesday is really long days for me. I do like 12 to 13-hour days, but I still make it a good day in some way, in some capacity. So we've been really trying to do that. I have a lot of things to edit today. It's my off day from the gym, but we're going to try to do a bike ride.
Yeah, try to get out there. Get some of that get some of that sunshine. It's a little doom and gloom right now, but it'll burn off.
Yeah, it's a little gloomy. It was a little wet this morning. I took the dogs for a walk this morning, and it was very misty.
Yeah.
It was very like moisture in the air.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any boring days.
You love gloomy. I'm not even one of those. Doom and gloom.
No, but I am coming off of how many years did I spend of boring? 3 years straight. Especially the last year. The last year that we were in our old home, I was home pretty much nonstop. I was basically a homebody. Like a true homebody. I just never left the house. And every once in a while, I didn't go back and watch it. Not even, I need to go back and watch it. She said in the last video we posted, I was talking about something and Phoebe was so fixated on my food. I never even pay attention to like the dogs in the background. We have quite a situation here with the dogs right now, you guys. Our senior dog, Rocky, the French bulldog, he's 13 years old.
Is he 13?
Yeah, right?
That's crazy. Or he's going to be on 13. Or do you have a birthday?
No, he's 12, going to be 13 in December. He's going to be
nuts.
13 in December. He is very difficult at night. It's like when they become elderly dogs, like true elderly, it's like you have a newborn baby again. He has to be diapered and we have to wake up in the middle of the night. Mike has to change his diaper. Sometimes there's an accident that needs to be handled. It's been very challenging with him right now. So I feel like I'm laughing. I think it's like a funny joke because we've been, we document here on YouTube, like, oh, we're empty nesters, living the empty nest life, but we do not feel like we're empty nesters.
No.
Because we have Rocky, who's like a bad baby. I'm like, didn't we choose not to have kids for a reason?
This guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a lot.
So what happens is he wakes up and when he wants his diaper change, he'll make noise down here. It wakes up the littles that are sitting right here. It wakes them up and then they get all worked up. And so it becomes this just like nighttime shenanigans. And we have to calm everybody down so that everyone goes back to sleep, diapers changed and all the things.
Breaking their sleep up though, man.
Yeah. So it's been challenging. And it's having a senior dog is, it's challenging.
That's why a lot of people drop them off at vets. I just saw something on Next.
They shelters.
They go to kill, and they take them to kill shelters, which is sad. I just saw it on Nextdoor app
because they don't want to pay to put them down. No. It's really sad. It's really sad because it's hard, and they don't want to. If they didn't love, it's like when you get to that point. Same with like even like your senior parents and stuff. If you don't really have like deep love, this is when if people were they're like not really dog people but had a dog anyways. There's a lot of people like that.
Tons, too many.
If you don't have deep love, this is when This is why a lot of senior dogs end up in shelters, which is really sad.
Yeah.
But we went through this in a different way with Diesel, the pit. Same with Karma, actually. I had a lot of sleepless nights with Karma too. Remember when she was starting to have issues? I'd have to wake up in the middle of the night. But we went through it already a couple of other times. We would say when we were having those hard nights, what would we say? We'd say like someday we're going to be really sad and miss this, So that's what you have to remind yourself. Like we're going to miss these days, even the hard days. Yeah. I mean, even when it comes to like, I think about like, my mom when she was in hospice and it was really, really hard. the last 2 weeks were very, very hard.
That was brutal.
All night long. We did like shifts every 3 hours, and we were up all night long basically. But I remember thinking like, I'm going to miss this. Even though this is so hard, I'm going to miss this time with her. It's so true. It's crazy. So I try to remind myself of that now when it's a rough night. I just think like, it's not forever. We're going to be sad, really sad one day when it's
no, I could tell
quiet.
I could tell he's going downhill. I could see it. He's on borrowed time, just trying to make him as comfortable as we can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the cover on him.
Yeah. So like when he falls asleep and kind of like he'll fall asleep wherever. And if we put a cozy blanket on him, he'll stay cozy and comfortable for a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes hours he'll stay there cozy and comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's hard. But that's what you sign up for when you have animals. It's not just for the good, happy times and for them to make you feel better and make you happy, right? It's also for you sign up to take care of them too. They take care of you in certain ways, and then you take care of them. And that's just what it's all about.
Yeah, when you go through tough, dark, rough times, they're right there by your side.
Oh.
Right there with you.
Man,
they're not leaving your side.
When my mom died, I remember being in bed that day, the next day, all day, and like they were literally like so much comfort for me. Like
they know they can feel what you're going through.
It was the only thing that made me feel a little bit better was having them to just cuddle with me. You know what I mean? But when they need you, you got to be there for them too.
Yeah.
If you're not that type of person or going to be that way with your animals, then you shouldn't have them. I have people in my life that I care for dearly that are like, maybe I should get a dog. Sometimes I'm lonely. I'm like, no. You don't get a dog because sometimes you're lonely.
Yeah.
Trust me. It does. You have to really they have to be part of
they're a lot of work. You got to take them to the bathroom. You got to feed them. You got to, you got to pick up after them.
Mm-hmm.
When they go number 2, that's your job, which a lot of irresponsible dog owners don't do. They don't like to pick up their feces after that's your job. You signed up for that. There's no one else's job. You got a dog, but there's a lot of those kind of owners.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's also, you just don't get them to leave them, spend time with them. Show them love, cuddle with them, Oh, yeah. They like affection. They like their walks.
Yep. Charles is now, what is he? Almost 2 weeks into his Prozac. He's taking Prozac.
It worked last night, though.
I think it's helping him already. He's just calmer, like at night. He's just calmer. He's already a little less real. And what I heard was it takes 4 to 6 weeks, but after the 2 week mark, you'll start to see small changes. I'm thinking I'm starting to see small changes in him already, which is good.
Well, last night when you gave him his meds and we took him on a walk, usually he sees people and he reacts.
He was already just chilling.
He wasn't really doing none of that.
He was just chilling.
His body just, he's got a little high going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was tired. That's what he was.
Yep. So.
And I saw somewhere you put Rachel. Yeah, you do need to visit Cali, by the way. You got to definitely come out here.
Yeah.
Let us know if you ever come out this way. It's amazing. Nadia will tell you it's amazing out here. It's like living, I don't know, like someone said, it's like living a dream out here. We're so close to the beach. The weather's good.
Yeah. I'm actually grateful, though, that I haven't lived in Southern California my whole life because I feel like I have more gratitude for being here because not anything is like this. Like we lived in California our whole lives, but
San Jose is not like this.
This is just way different.
No.
Like we went to the Shake Shack. We were saying Shake Shack in Newport. It's in Costa Mesa. No,
it's in Newport, babe.
Newport, right in there in Newport.
Yeah, Newport. And it's not the Shake Shack that you see out there, the commercials. They have nothing to do with it.
Oh, Crystal Cove.
It's called
Shake
Crystal
Shack.
Cove. They're their own. And they also own the Beachcomber.
Yeah, and so we ate outside overlooking the water, and then down below is the beach, and there's these vintage beach cottages that they preserved that some of them you can rent, but some of them are preserved in their original state, like from 100 years ago. They're 100 years old. They are so cool looking. It is so cool to look inside. I feel like they look miniature.
Yeah.
And it is just, if you like a vintage beach, in fact, It's so funny because I just redecorated our guest room again because I didn't like the way it was. I'm like, people come to visit us. They're going to want to go see the beach and go to Newport. And like, so I wanted to give our guest room like vintage beach vibes. So I redid it. It's in today's vlog that drops it. And it actually just dropped. So if you guys watch the vlog when you're done here, you'll see I redecorated it. That vintage beach look. Oh, Samsung is calling me.
You better go answer it.
Where's
Go
my
see.
phone over there? Sorry, guys. I'll be back.
That's cool, Rachel, that you got the beach, the mountains. We got the cool thing about here too is we got the mountains as well. That's the beautiful thing. It ain't just like beaches and whatnot. We got I think you guys remember we're at the cabin, Big Bear. That's about a little bit over 2 hours away, which is cool. It's a little ski town, but it's just cool. The people are cool, and you know the vibe was cool up there. So we got a lot of that.
Yes.
We got a lot of that here too. A lot of mountains. California is kind of special in its own right because we have so much things. We have not just beaches, but we used to have a boat. So
because they called me.
There's a lake. We got a lot of lakes here, a lot of rivers, mountains. I mean, you name it. When we lived in Northern Cali, San Jose, we were 4 hours away from Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is a beautiful, beautiful ski town that people come from all over the world to go to Lake Tahoe.
Did the part not come in or something?
So
you're rescheduling because of that.
We got that too. So there's a lot of options here.
It was from Service Quick, same thing.
And the good thing about where we live too is we have options. If we want to go to LA, boom, go to LA. About an hour and a half. You should be an hour drive, but goddamn LA traffic is so thick it takes like an hour and a half. So we got LA to the north of us. To the south of us, we got San Diego and other beautiful little towns. We got Oceanside, which we have friends in Oceanside. So we got that. So we got a lot of options here, man. It's kind of cool. So it's kind of nice. So a lot of little towns around here. Like I said, we got Laguna Beach, we got Newport, Costa Mesa, San Clemente, San Juan Capistrano is a cool little town. They got like the oldest missions in California, like these old churches that were like from the 17 or 1800s. It's crazy. Yeah, we do a lot of options. It's crazy. Like we're trying to like take it all in a little bit at a time. And again, we weren't raised here. We didn't grow up here. So I'm sure for people it's already normal because they've been out here all these, like if we're born and raised here, we already seen the beach a million times. But for us, it's kind of like, I grew up on the beach too. I'm from San Francisco. We have a beach as well. I grew up, my mother taking me there as a kid. We used to go as teenagers to go, we in high school to the beach. That was fun, things like that. And the beach in San Francisco was fun for 4th of July because we used to go out there and blow things up. It was like a fireworks show at the beach. So I grew up on the water, but the beaches out here are way special, especially like Laguna. Oh my God, it's just different. You're just lazy. You got to get more social now. Come on, you got to break out of that shell, girl. You only got one life. You don't want to be looking back 80 years old like, damn, I should have done more. I should have been more social.
Yeah, I had to break out of mine.
She had to break out of her. She was like stuck in her office. And years before that, when she was doing coaching, she was only doing little small, tiny groups. Like she was stuck in her own little bubble. We all got to break out of our bubble, Yeah, Laguna Beach is nice. There's a thing called, there's a little park right above it called Heisler Park. Oh, man. The sunsets are beautiful. It's a beautiful little park, a little walking trail, nice grassy area. You can go have lunch up there. It's dope. Yeah, Jeanine says she didn't used to like the beach. She's lying. We used to go, but not like crazy. There was one called Capitola near Santa Cruz. We'd go eat. You could eat. You're kind of eating on the beach, a little restaurant. Zelda's. There you go. It was cool. Cool little cute town. Capitola's a cute little town. But no, we didn't. She's right. We didn't go to the beach a lot.
I didn't do much.
No, it's because it was kind of a hassle, honestly, to get to like Santa Cruz. It wasn't easy. We'd have to go up this highway, like a 17, two lanes.
It's a scary drive.
Yeah, people drive reckless. There's a lot of accidents. There's a nickname for it. A lot of people die on the 17 because people just like are idiots. They just speed race. It's a lot of twists and turns, and if you don't time it right, you're gonna be sitting in traffic 1 to 2 hours just to go for like a 20-25 mile ride. Like, nah. So, Nah, you're funny. She said like Janine's figure out to go too.
Oh my God. Who said that?
Nadia.
Dummy.
See? If you had, who said you can't have it? Nadia. You gotta stop thinking that way. See? I've been showing those videos of all the old people training. to hip replacements to surgeries on their shoulders.
Showing her videos of old people training
Because I'm letting them know like they're beat up and they're not finding no excuses to work out. That's why.
Hey, listen.
They're on my Instagram. I posted it.
Listen, I had so my Road to 50 series episodes are going to drop every Friday on this phase that I'm doing. Episode 3 is is my leg workout. I might drop episodes more often. Maybe I'll do 2 episodes a week because it feels like it'll go too long. But
yeah,
my leg workout yesterday we filmed. It was freaking hard.
She looked like she wanted to cry.
I did want to cry. I did. It was one of those workouts.
And the reason we're doing that is to show people, because on social media, you only see like when they're fired up. You only see when they're flexing. Like, ooh, look, I did a good arm workout. But you don't see the goddamn grind and the ugly faces we make when we're working out. Jeanine makes her faces, I make mine, and it sucks. But
okay, thank you.
People don't see the grind. They see the befores and they see the after. They don't see the in between, the grind, what it takes.
They are coming tomorrow. They try to just say they try to schedule another appointment for Tuesday right now. It's like, what happened to Friday? They're like, oh, hold on. Okay, we'll put it back to tomorrow.
Yeah, see, that's good, Sarah. You just work around an injury. You don't work through it. You work around it, and you don't have to go for a progressive overload right now. Just as long as you're moving, as long as you're working, as long as your body's getting that stimulation.
Sarah saw my face. I cracked me up because I watched that story back, and I was like, oh my God, I look like I'm going to cry in that video. Oh, shoot. I was literally middle of my squat sets, and you said, come over here. I want to film a quick story. I was literally like after second set of my squats, and I was hurting. It just felt like extra hard. I think some days just do, some days, and there's no explanation for it.
No, I don't even know. And as coaches, it's like some days you get there and you could be not even in the best mood to work out, and all of a sudden you're like, everything feels lighter. And that you feel stronger. It doesn't feel struggle.
I love those days. Those are the best.
So where did I get this little fucking supercharge from? Where did this come from? It doesn't make sense.
No.
And then some days you're well rested, you ate well, you feel energized, you feel good. You're like, I'm gonna get a killer workout. And then you don't.
That was me yesterday.
Yesterday though, it made sense. So you had a lot of client calls yesterday. You were mentally burnt out.
Listen, I love you guys. It's not because I don't love you guys, but what I try to explain to Mike is when I have a call with the client and it was onboarding, it was a new client.
You get animated.
I get so
she gets animated
into it. Like in a good way. I love it. I get excited about their journey and what we're doing and their goals, but it literally it sucks the juice out of me. And so it's a good way. I love the calls, but it's exhaustion as if I had a manual labor job. So I had back-to-back calls all day long. And then at the end of my last call, I got my drink ready and we went straight to the gym. So I didn't have time to even recharge a little bit. And so that's what I think it was. But it's because Mike doesn't get that 100% because he gets juiced up. You get energy from the same calls. You'll have calls and be all like, yeah, and be all ready to go, fired up after. And I'm like ready to collapse. Like I just ran a fucking mile, excuse my French, but yeah.
I wonder if that's because my brain is different than yours as far as the ADHD energy.
Because it zaps me, but it doesn't mean, and I think sometimes people take it in a bad way. Like, does that mean I don't like it? Like, I wouldn't do this job. Let me tell you, we've had this discussion before. To do what we do for a living, you have to love it. Okay, you have to love this because you take on everybody's journey, and it's a lot, and it's not like it's not like it's the most lucrative job that we could get, right? So you have to love it. You have to have a passion for it, and we have a passion for it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be doing it for 10 years.
And there's a lot of people who make excellent money and hate their job.
Yeah.
I think a lot of techies, a lot of people who are in tech, they're just good at it and they know they can make good income. But I think a lot of them don't love it.
But it's not fulfilling. I did a job. I was very lucrative, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely lucrative when I worked at Netflix. But I hated my job. I hated my job. You know the feeling of driving to work every day with like a a rock in the pit of your stomach, like, oh, I hate this, and thinking like, oh, I can't wait till the weekend, and then having the Sunday scaries because you got to go back to work on Monday. I hated it, but I was good at it, and I kept getting promoted, and they owned me because they paid me so well. I felt like I was trapped, like there was no way out, and it's not worth it. It's not. I wouldn't, if someone said, hey, you could go back, you could have that job tomorrow and making twice of what you were making before.
Double the income?
I would say no.
Really?
I would not do it.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money, guys. That's a half a ticket right there a year she'd be making.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
We'd be living real good, but I hear you. You got to
But
protect.
would we? I was miserable.
No, I said you got to protect your. Oh, you cut me off. I say you have to protect your mental health. If it's not good for your mental health, then yeah, obviously it's not going to be that great. And I can enjoy it.
No, and then where would be the time for the joy? Remember, my boss would be calling me at all hours of the evening, 11 o'clock, and he'd be mad that my response time, like, oh, you kind of took a long time to get back to me. I'm all, dude, it's 11 o'clock. I was asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, not worth it.
They have no respect for people.
No, they own you. They pay you very well.
Yeah.
Because they want to own you. That is their mentality there. They have a very toxic work environment. Very toxic.
No, we wouldn't be able to do ride our bikes and stuff. And no, what we do now is much better. Yeah. It's harder being an entrepreneur.
And I work more hours now. The truth. I work way more hours now. Yesterday I worked 13 hours, 12 and 12, Monday and Tuesday, 13. And then it'll kind of taper off. Today I'll work like a normal 8. Every other Saturday I work a long day. This Saturday is a shorter day, but I work more. I work maybe like 60 hours a week, but I enjoy my job and I have more flexibility. I can move things around and, take time off here and there. And speaking of taking time off, I'm going to have to move my check-ins for next week. I got to remember to tell my clients this week, my Monday check-ins, because my cousin's coming back into town. She's bringing her daughters, and because we have an annual tradition to have our mother-daughters trip. And instead of doing anything this year, she's coming here with her daughters, and we're going to do Disney. We're going to do OC Life, beach, Disney, all that fun stuff. So
that's true, Rachel. We do enjoy the joy we get from other people's success, because we're talking like if people only knew. Okay, there's two different type of people. There's people who are sitting on the sideline, sitting on the fence, just waiting for that magic sign to change or transform. But then there's the people who say, I'm doing it, and then they do it, and then they get to this part where they got their dream body, their dream job, just life is good. They crossed over, they got off that fence, crossed over, and all of a sudden they're like proud, like they did that, and it makes us feel good. And a lot of people aren't doing that. A lot of people are just sitting on the sidelines waiting. Instead, in this life, what I've learned is you got to go on the offense, not defense. Everybody's playing defense. Everybody's playing safe. Everybody's holding on to their nickels and their dimes. Like, I don't want to hire a coach or mentor because I'm going to fail or something. And they doubt themselves.
You're right.
You can't play safe.
Nobody that's achieved major success in their life, whatever it is, whether it's whatever goals it is, work, personal, aesthetic, none of them played safe. That's the one thing that everyone has in common. You have to take some risks and you have to bet on yourself.
Yeah. You know who's one of the biggest risk takers of our generation? Elon Musk. You know what this man did? He sold PayPal. Instantly rich. He could have walked away, went off to the sunset and said, I'm done. I'm chilling. I'm paid. You know what this dude did? He took all that money and reinvested it and started Tesla. And was flat
total
broke.
Gamble. Yeah.
Flat broke. He talks about I was couch surfing.
Yeah. Danny worked at PayPal when Elon had PayPal.
That's crazy.
My brother.
The dude was.
So we're a total Bay Area people.
So the dude was couch surfing all over again. Just chilling, didn't have money, and almost that Tesla thing almost didn't pan out. It was rough. And now, had he not done that, he wouldn't be making rockets flying into the goddamn air right now. You know what I'm saying? He's just next level. That dude is just like, nah. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't bet on themselves, man. They're so scared.
You have to just kind of decide you want something and go for it. Like I did that with Netflix, to be honest. I was not qualified. I don't have a college education.
Yep.
They're very snooty about the type of people that they hire. Not only do they want college educated, but specific colleges. But they were on the freeway on my way to my job that I hated. I could see the Netflix building right when they were it's very early on. It was before streaming, just DVDs, but I could see the little Netflix sign. And I was a Netflix early adopter. I was a member way at the beginning when they were like $3.99 a month. And I thought, oh, I'd love to work there. What a cool place to work, right? So I would I would see them every day. It would remind me, I think, oh, I'm going to work there someday. I would go to work and I would look up Netflix and I would look for jobs, and I would do that every day. And one day I saw a job that I was not quite qualified for, but it was in my realm, and I applied and I got that damn job, and that skyrocketed my career. And it put me in a position, even though I didn't love working there, it put me in a position to where I was self-sufficient. I was making enough money. I was confident in making the next step in my life, which ultimately meant ending my marriage, because I felt confident I could take care of myself, my kids. So it took me to my next phase of life. And I learned a lot working there. But one thing I did learn besides working there is I learned that you can set your sights on something, even if it's so out of possibility, and you can make it happen. It's the same thing we did by moving here. It's the same thing I have in my mind with this road to 50, that I want to be in the best shape of my life by 50. You just have to set your sights on something and tap into that feeling hell yeah, I know I'm going to get there because I bet on myself and I know that I don't quit on myself. You have to have that confidence.
Yep.
And then you go for it, and then you execute on it.
Stop being scared. Stop playing safe. Got to take risk. And I don't mean take stupid ass risks. There's some people who take dumb ass risks. I'll give you an example. And this is a little off topic. There's a crypto coin that's hot. All of a sudden everybody gets FOMO and they start throwing money at this coin, and this coin, they do what we call rug pull, is they hype it up and they take all the money out. They do a rug pull, and all of a sudden everybody lost their investment. I don't mean those kind of risks. I mean risks spend a little money, go on for a mentor, apply for a job like she said, maybe you aren't qualified for, but go for it. You never know, they might hire you. We had a friend with a master's degree that she put a good word for, and Netflix, he still didn't get the job. Fancy education.
He was so mad.
He was mad.
I tried to put in a word. I got him an interview, which was hard.
Got him in the door. But
you know what? Rachel had a good point there. I think a lot of times that is when we do take risks, when our backs up against a wall. I think we need to learn, like Mike said, to play offense. Don't wait to take those big risks and to finally do something about your life when your back's up against the wall, when you get that diagnosis, when you have that medical condition, or when you're flat broke, or whatever. Don't wait until that. Get preemptive about it. Get offensive about it, Pick your dreams. And we did a video. Did you post that one about about being like kids, the dreams? Kids. Learn how to dream a little bit better. We need to get better at
adults don't. They're so scared to dream, but little kids do. When we're little, we want to be an astronaut. We want to be a firefighter, policeman. I want to be a YouTuber. And guess what? I want to be a professional athlete. You don't think all those professional athletes in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, they all had that dream as a kid, what they want to do. Look at them now. Now they're living their dream. I want to be a professional fighter. UFC, all of a sudden you're famous, you're rich, you're a fighter. Things like that. What I'm saying is we have to go back to why can't we adults, and then we stop and we can't accomplish.
We stop dreaming.
We say we can't too much. I can't. I
could never. I would never. If
I can't look like that. I can't do that. If only, if this, if that. You're always looking for a way out. That's all that is. It's a cop-out. It's a book with excuses and a cop-out. You're just trying to find what works with your vocabulary, what fits your narrative. That's what we're at today. That's where society's at. And that's why you got to be different. You got to be a 1%er. You got to be like everybody else. Mm-hmm. You got to take those risks. And that's why we're and that's why when we see other people who are fit, we're like, ooh, we respect that, because we know what it takes to get there. It is not easy. And nobody said it was going to be easy. And nothing easy is worth having. People win the lottery. This is the lottery curse. How many people win the lottery? All of a sudden you hear about them a year or two later, they're broke in debt.
It's too easy.
They owe the government money. They're actually backwards. They're in a worse place because they were given something too easy. They got lucky. Once their numbers, all of a sudden, boatload of money. They don't know what to do. I have no discipline. They go crazy. They buy houses they can't really afford.
It's how we're hardwired. And you know what? I'll give you an example of that. There have been times that we have offered and helped, say, family members, our coaching services for free. It never works out.
Nope.
Because they don't value it, because they have not invested anything into it.
No.
It's almost as if I have to charge you. You have to pay, and you have to pay it has to be expensive, because that is the only way you're truly going to value it enough to commit to it.
Yep.
Because we're hardwired that way as humans.
Yeah.
When we're given things too easily, we don't take care of them. We don't value them. They're nothing special. It's like, it was free. But if you had to buy it and it was hard to get and it was limited, suddenly you value it more and you're going to get more out of it. You're going to cherish it more. And we're hardwired like that. So we have to, that's why, coaching services and stuff there, you get more out of them when you hire a coach and you spend and invest on the coach, because shoot, I just invested my hard-earned money into this. I'm going to make it work. I'm not going to waste that money. You're that much more likely to succeed because of that. Because like I've said, we have gifted our program to a family member, and
squandered it.
Yeah.
Squandered it.
And that is why, because you don't cherish something when you don't have a personal investment in it. You have to have invested something into it.
Yeah. You think if it was easy to get into Yale, Stanford, Harvard, if just anybody could get in, those kids would appreciate being there?
No, it wouldn't be a big deal. Oh, I'm going to Harvard. Oh, okay. Well, anyone can get in there. So what's this?
Oh, I'm going to Yale.
Part of the prestige is that it's difficult to get in.
Yeah.
That's the same with a nice body, right? If it was easy to get a nice fit body, no one would want it because it wasn't special.
No.
Part of the prestige of a fit body is that it's not easy. You have to commit. Can't be given. There's no shortcut to it. You have to work for it.
Yep.
You have to have days like I had yesterday, wanting to cry in the gym. You have to have some of those days.
You have to be cautious what you put into your body.
Yeah.
You can't
That's
just,
part of what makes it so
down.
special.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's rare. A fit body is rare. You're literally like a 1%er. It's rare. Go outside. Go see how many fit people. Count on your hand. I can't even count on my hand how many fit people I see a day.
But yet anybody could have it.
Anybody could have it. That's what's crazy.
Anybody could have it. That's one thing because not anybody can get to a certain financial place in their life or whatever. There's limitations. Still a little more like a little bit of luck sometimes involved in that. But when it comes to like creating the physique that you want, it is within everybody's control.
Yep.
It is within your control to get that. You can have it. It's just a matter of if you're willing to commit to it. But you can.
Has nothing to do with genetics. Has nothing to do with
age,
where you grew up, age. That's what we're doing. We're defining societal standards, because we're not supposed to look like this at our age, according to society. You're supposed to just roll over. It is what it is. You're in menopause, out the pasture. Your libido's no good. You guys are married anyways. Who cares how you look? Every excuse in the book that people use. Oh, she loves me anyways, even though I'm fat and I got a big old beer belly hanging out. Come on. People are lying to themselves. Because what got us together, I'm being honest, what attracted us was the way we looked. She saw me, I saw her, and then, eventually our energy vibe.
But then it wasn't. It became more than that, obviously.
In the beginning, those always attracted.
100%. What did I say?
You're not going to lie to me. I'm going to lie to you.
Okay, because Mike gained weight after we got together.
I did.
And we talked about this yesterday, actually. So if you had looked like the way you got at one point,
at my worst,
would I have dated you? And the answer is no. I wouldn't have even hired him as a trainer to begin with. Therefore,
that's the truth.
We would never have started dating. We would have never gotten to the point where I realized, oh, wow, we're pretty compatible, because the initial thing that got us together was the fact that he was a trainer and he was fit, and I wasn't looking to date him. I just thought, if I'm going to hire a trainer to get this single body, in shape for my single summer, I want it to be someone who's super fit. So that's why I hired him, because he was the most fit trainer at 24 Hour Fitness. And so, the rest is history, obviously. But if he was, 50 pounds heavier and, big old beer belly hanging out, like he said, like a belly hanging out, would I have hired him? No, I would not have hired him. So
that's the truth.
It's the truth.
But people don't want to have these uncomfortable conversations. They want to live in denial. And this goes for relationships. People fall out of attraction, fall out of love, because it happens, And that's why we try to bring people back together, so they get that energy that connection back together. So don't lose it. And yes, it's not all physical. There is deeper than that. I get that.
No, but it does boil down to having similar lifestyles, similar interests, then doubling down on those things, doing things together. You know, like we haven't always worked out together, but we decided that we were going to, you know, start working out together, and you started training me, and it's brought us even closer together to have this, like, we're working towards a similar project. We're working on it together, and we're in the, you know, on the grind together. And it's brought us even closer together to have that. So, you know, it's just, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah. And then she inspired me by her competing, getting shape. She inspired me to do better. Like,
yeah, that was years ago, 15 years ago. That's what kind of brought you out and you got back into fitness.
Yes. I slipped for a little bit. I let myself go and got too comfortable. What happened is I just started overdoing on the partying and eating, and my old dark habits came to the surface, and that's what happened. I fell apart.
And I pulled out of it.
Wasn't that I was lazy. I still went to the gym. I still lifted weights, but I could not work the diet. That's what people are trying to do. They're trying to think like, all right, lift all this weights and I walk 20,000 million steps a day. I'm going to just burn every calorie off. That does not work that way. Sorry. If only that were true.
Yeah.
God or the universe did not design us that way, unfortunately. I wish that were true. I wish we could eat as much as we wanted to, and it'll make us even better.
Hey, well, I would like to say.
But there is something that we are doing now, though.
What the project that we're working on, my road to 50.
We got some good news.
It is me putting that into play. Like, I am building the best, strongest metabolism I have ever had, so that it does feel like I can eat and maintain a nice physique, right? And that is part of what I'm documenting in my Road to 50 series. It is me building that metabolism up. You guys, I am eating 2,200 calories right now. I've averaged this week so far. I had 2,300 Saturday, 2,300 Sunday, 2,100 Monday and Tuesday. And yesterday I had 2,200 calories. My weight is staying stable. So I need to keep bumping it up, because right now I'm trying to just get my calories as high as possible.
I'm guessing she's going to end up somewhere like 2,400 calories.
Mm-hmm.
If you had told her that a year ago, she'd be like, you're out of your goddamn mind. I'm not eating 2,400 calories. So the way I'm looking at it is, she's building a building right now. She's building a skyscraper. The skyscraper needs more stronger material to hold that building up.
Yeah.
Well, the material is food. She needs more energy because she's strength training. She needs more.
Yeah.
She can build more strength. So we're giving her more energy to build that strength. And that's what she's doing. So what we're trying to do is what you should have done a long time ago is, instead of going down, we're going up, up, getting you strong physically, building more muscle. That way, when you do your cut, or you caloric deficit, you're starting from a way higher point. Your metabolism is way more healthier.
And I have Saturday will be 4 weeks away from cutting. So we'll see where I land, but I'm documenting the whole process so you guys can see that process, because it's a scary process for people. And I think it'll help people to see me go through it.
That's true, Rachel. Put more muscle on. She did a comparison from a 120 to 124. What was it? 125. She looks leaner at 125. They're right. That's who we were listening to. I used to tell her, like, hey, there's these girls that come on Mind Pump that call in talking about I'm eating 25, 26, 2,700 calories. I'm like, how the hell was that possible?
I'm thinking
she didn't look that big.
And they're tiny. I'm a tiny person.
Big.
Like, I'm a small person. I'm petite. I'm only 5'3". And I'm thinking, and to be honest, I have to be strategic. I'm at this point now with my calories that I have to start eating earlier in order to get all the calories in.
Both of us. I'm at 3,000 calories.
If I wait too long to start eating, then I run out of time in the day and I'm not hungry enough to eat them. So I have to be real strategic in getting them in. But the goal, I'd like to get them 2,400, 2,500. And then maintenance is going to be, low 2,000s for me.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe she won't go under probably like 2,000. We do it just right. And worry about building muscle, Rachel. Worry about going stronger. And don't just jump them up immediately. Start with 100.
No, titrate. Dude, it helps
titrate
you because and the weight will come on rapidly at first. So the 5 pounds came on within the first month. But then the second month has been stable. So I keep adding more calories. So just keep that in mind. So it can be scary because it was even, there was a time I stepped on the scale, it was 127. But I still stayed the course, even though it was kind of like, oh, this is a little hard to manage.
Remember, water
and I expect, and I expect the scale to go up before my cut is done, before I start the cut. So I have to weigh myself still today to see where I'm at. But yesterday I was still down. So if I'm down again today, I'm going to have to bump up another 100 calories. Because the goal is not to lose right now. The goal is to get as many calories each day as possible in me without like storing a lot of body fat, so that I can use those calories to build the muscle that I'm working on right now. So it's fun. It's a fun project.
Yeah, that's true, Sarah, by the way. That's 100% facts. When you start going above 10 grams of creatine, more for the brain cognitive function, they're doing more studies. I do 15. It's a big scoop of 1UP Nutrition. I do the big scoop. The one you do is like 9 or 10 grams.
Little, yeah.
You probably have to bump that up to 1.5. I would, especially for this that you're building.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scale don't mean nothing. So if you listen, I don't know what you weigh. I'm just gonna throw out this. Say you're 130. This is a flabby Rachel, and here's a 130 Rachel who's muscular, lean, and fit. Who gives a shit about the weight? It's the same weight.
The interesting thing is my prediction is that my end weight is going to be probably like 118, but I'm going to look completely different than I did at 120. That's my prediction. Who knows where I'll end up? But my prediction is that I'm going to get somewhere close to maybe like 127, 128 in the next month. And then I will lose 10 pounds, but the 10 pounds I lose will be mainly body fat, and it will give me a totally different physique at 118. Now, when I competed when I was 35, my competition weight was 110. So if I get to 118 at the same level of body fat, that would mean that I have 8 pounds more lean muscle on my body than I did when I competed originally, which is pretty cool. That's my guess, though. We'll see where I land. So
work on building, Nadia. Don't worry about your weight.
Yeah,
work on building. Because yeah, like you said, you look better at 140 than you did at 120. And I don't know your age, but age doesn't mean it's already been proven that you can build muscle in your older years. Protein, fiber. Make sure, of course, you get carbohydrates and fats. But the main thing you got to concentrate is protein and get the creatine in there. You know, very important. Hydrate, sleep. Sleep, of course, is important. And concentrate on progressive overload. Even if it's just 2.5 pounds a week that you're getting stronger, 5 pounds a week. I don't know. That's something.
Either that or more, not 5 pounds a week. That's a lot.
Like if you add like 2.5 on each side, you're getting bar.
Like no, but or more reps, more sets, just more, more pushing harder. Volume. Yeah.
Do that too. Keep the weight the same. I mean, 60, you don't look your age. Yeah, people wish they looked like you at 60. That's crazy. You're a decade older than us. Just worry about building muscle now. Now you're older, you need it. You need it for your bones too. You know, work on unilateral movements like lunges, so you work on your balance. But you're getting older.
That's for longevity.
You don't want your hips. You know, we all hate those Bulgarian split squats, but learn to master those. Go slow. If you need to hold on to something, get like a bench and hold on to a bar somewhere. Like put it like close to where you could do it like assisted.
Walking lunges too are really good for balance. I've gotten a lot better with my walking lunges balance wise. Yeah.
Yesterday you were doing a little narrow, so I noticed. I said, "Oh, we got to get a little wider."
Yeah.
You get better with time.
Yeah.
As time goes on, you get better with all this. As time goes on, you get stronger. You get better at your movements. And yes, record yourselves to see. Okay, what can I do better?
Yeah.
Or remember to pause on the negative of all your reps. Pause. Don't be in a hurry to just bring it down.
That way you don't use the momentum.
Don't do this. Everybody does this.
You don't swing. You don't use momentum. You don't recruit other muscles. You get a better
slow.
You get a
pause,
better
and then come up.
Stimulus where you need the stimulus.
Yes.
Because our bodies will tend to try to recruit other muscle groups to get us through a movement. And so the pause kind of like prevents that.
Yeah. Harder. And not so much for men. I mean, for women. Women don't have ego, but men's ego get bruised because like, oh shit, I can't curl as much as I used to because I'm doing it slower, more controlled. Hurts their ego. Oh, I can't bench as much. I'm used to bouncing the bar off my chest. I
don't think women are as
women are not
particular about that.
Men are though. They're hard headed. They don't realize. They think they know it all, and they think they know how they're working on. I could always break the workout down. Like, no, you don't know what you think you know. There you go. We all have inspirations. You know, everybody has an inspiration.
Yeah.
You can look however you want. Just build that character in your mind.
Yeah, like it's like a project. Think about it like an art project.
Yeah.
You know?
And time goes quick. So work with the time. People don't realize, look, we're already 9 weeks in. 9 weeks. Just like that.
Just like that. I'm so glad. And now I'm sitting here thinking, I'm so glad I started 9 weeks ago. I'm so glad that I started this project. Like, it just makes me happy, right? And it goes by in a blink. So you have to start. Stop delaying the start. People always want to wait. I'm not sure. I want to wait. I think I'm going to wait till after this or that, or I have a birthday or this, that.
A cruise or this, a vacation.
You know, I could have said that. I was like, I had a million things. I had lots of family visiting. We traveled back home a couple times. Like, lots of reasons for me to be like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should just wait till after the holidays or this date, that date.
It's always, that's everybody in a nutshell. That's how people talk.
Don't wait.
They're always waiting.
The answer is to start is yesterday. The answer is to start yesterday, not to wait another day, another weekend, another Monday, the beginning of a month. Or whatever. It's like, no, you start now.
The New Year's people already put in their head that summer's coming. I'm just going to start in the new. That's so dumb. They do so much damage.
Oh, that mindset is so dangerous.
That mindset is the most dumbest mindset I've ever heard in my life.
It's the worst.
I'm going to wait till New Year's, but I'm going to gain 20 pounds in December, but I'm going to get it off after. Make that make sense. You couldn't get it off before, so it makes you think you're going to get off. All of a sudden, the New Year comes and miraculously you're going to get off the weight. Yeah. Make that make sense.
Start with slow commitments and build too. Sometimes people shoot for the stars. You know, they'll be like, oh, I'm not doing anything. So yeah, I'd like to start working out 4 days a week and 10,000 steps a day. It's like, hold up. You haven't even committed. You haven't even like consistently done 2 days a week yet. You think you're just going to do 4 and you do 4,000 steps a day. You think you're going to do 10?
Yeah.
Like you're setting yourself up for failure. So when you don't meet that, you're going to feel like a failure and you're going to quit. So start with,
or someone coming off the couch, we're not going to be like, oh, you got to go to the gym 5 days a week, 10,000 steps.
No.
Or you're just coming off the couch. Well, let's just start with walking.
Yeah.
Let's just get movement. Don't even worry about lifting just yet.
And even nutrition wise, let's just start with protein.
Start protein. Let's just take it easy there, buckaroo. Start slow. Everybody, like I said, everybody has this mindset of, I'm going to go full blast on a diet come New Year's, and then I'm going to last week, and then they go like this. That's the average. Something like 7 or 10 days. People quit. That's sad. How you going to quit? That irks me, man. People who quit, man, that's my pet peeve. I'm glad you're not that way. Quitters irk the shit out of me. I could have quit on life. I had a fucking stroke. I had a drug addiction, man. I tried to take my life. I could have quit on life. Hell no. I kept fighting, you know. Could have gave up.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't quit.
Kept fighting. Quit. You can't quit because the more often you quit, the easier it gets to quit, and then you're just a quitter.
I've been incarcerated. I could have quit while I was in there, you know. Was it fun? Hell no. I didn't quit. I said, no, I'm going to level up while I'm in here. I changed my mindset. You know what I'm saying? People just quit. And they let themselves down, and they let everybody else down. How can you be a better parent if you're a quitter? That's what you're teaching your kids.
Yeah.
How could you be a better wife to your husband when you're just quitting? You know, you're not your best. You don't feel good when you quit. I don't care what anyone says. That does not feel good.
No.
Champions don't quit, man. Winners don't quit. You got to have a winner mindset.
The only time quitting feels good is right that split second in the moment when you quit. You get that like instant gratification, like I'm done, I quit.
Mm-hmm.
Then you feel like crap about it. You're like, damn, I quit. I freaking quit on myself. And then it gets easier and easier and easier every time you quit again and again. Then, like I said, then you just become a quitter. It's just what you do. If you've been a quitter in life, you've got to change that around, and you got to get out of that, because if you quit anytime something gets hard, you know, everything you want is on the other side of that. It's on the pushing through. Everything you want in life is on the other side of the things that you're avoiding doing, the things you don't want to do, the things you've been quitting at. Those are the things you need to do to get on the other side. And if you never feel like, God, I never end up getting what I want. Like I see so many people online and they have this amazing life. Like, why can't I? Why not me? You have to really ask yourself, is it because you quit when it gets hard? You quit when when it feels difficult? That's why. you know, because the people that get to the other side, they didn't quit. That's the only difference between them and you. They didn't quit. They failed 100 times. You just didn't see that.
Yeah.
You didn't see the grind, right? You just saw them achieving it. But nobody achieves anything without failing, getting up, failing, getting up. The difference is those people didn't quit. The people that never get there, they never get that shiny toy and the, you know, that shiny goal that they had set for themselves because they quit. That's the only difference. It's the only difference is the quitters and the non-quitters.
That's it. That's it. And Nadia, what'd you say? I told Denise, I look in the mirror and hate my old self. She reminded me something we always say, a year will pass anyways. Why not? So why not do something? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to pass anyways. And that's what people don't realize. Time's going to pass anyways. So what if it's a little slow? But you look back in a year, you make huge leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Huge. People don't realize that. They think like slow progress is no progress. Wrong. Small wins lead to big wins. And nobody, people don't approach us. We intimidate a lot of people, not because we try to, it's because maybe our look, I don't know. They look though. I see people staring. I see them staring when I'm training her. I see certain women, they're looking. They're definitely intrigued. But, you know, I probably, who knows, probably intimidated.
You're so friendly though.
I am friendly. I'm friendly to everybody.
You are so friendly.
I try to talk to everybody because I don't want to get this judgment like I'm this tattooed up guy. And for some reason, some people think like tattooed up guys are mean, scary. And a lot of them are not. A lot of them are just super friendly. The biggest, most muscular tattooed up guys are actually friendly. The most biggest muscular bodybuilder type dudes in the gym are friendly. They like to help. They like to give piece of ice. They might have an intense look on their face, but furthest from the truth. People in the gym, we're there for a reason. We're all part of a community. Whether we know each other or not, we're all community in there. We're all in there for the same goal, to feel better, look better, to get rid of the problems in our mind.
So you're like-minded right off the bat. You have something in common, and that's what draws people together, right? Common interests, commonalities. That's what connects people.
Yeah.
And so right away at the gym, everyone has a connection because they're there for a common interest, a pursuit of a healthier, fitter body, and that automatically connects everybody. So you walk in already a leg up. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy, Rachel, is I'll get like the older women, like the grandmas, like in their 70s, will compliment my tattoos.
Oh my God. The older women love you so much.
They're fearless.
They love you so much.
And I told Jeanine, I go, you know what? I think they wish they were in this era. They were younger in this era. They probably like this look, but they're already a lot older. You know, they didn't have men back then tatted up. You might have got some sailors and some bikers and people coming out of prison, but that was it back then. Those the only people who got tattoos back in that era.
Yeah. I don't know, but the older women, the grannies love you.
I get along with them, and they're not intimidated.
No, they're not scared. They're the ones that aren't scared to strike up a conversation.
Mm-hmm. But it's the younger ones. I don't know. Again, I try to be friendly. I might have an intense look on my face when I'm working out. You have a lot of friends though that you've made. I see you say hello to 10 people when we go to the gym. Yeah. I didn't make more friends though, but I definitely see some women like looking, they're intrigued. You know, they're probably wondering. You need to come over here and get a workout with us. I told her. Come through. I'll put you through. I'm not going to kill you. Put you through a workout. I'll just show you. I want to see how you work out, and I want to see your form and technique, and I'll correct it. Just so you know. What did she say? I can't read it. That's so cute, Mike. Oh, because she said, I'm going to try and reflect back to the days of the 90s, try to remember my working out days. It's all in us. Sometimes we lose sight of it. Yeah. Even me, for a long time I was cruising and I pushed and I worked out, but I wasn't pushing like I am now, like trying to go for strength gains. Different. Because what happened? I was playing it safe. No, what happened was you were just kind of like complacent, and now you created a goal. And so you're working towards a goal. Yeah. We thrive as humans when we're working towards certain achievements and milestones. That's how we thrive, always working forward. So if you feel like you're in a rut or you've gotten complacent, it means that you've lost sight of working towards anything. And you need to set your sights on some goals, whether it's personal, business, aesthetic, whatever it may be. That's what will keep you working towards things. That's what gets you out of bed in the morning. That's what gets you
excited about life is working towards things. So if you find that you feel like just like not enthusiastic about life, is it because you've lost sight of working towards things? And I think that a lot of times that's what it is. And we all get like that. Everybody does multiple times. But the important thing is that you identify like, oh, I'm kind of in a rut right now. You know what? It's because I'm not working on anything. Okay, well, let me come up with some goals to work on. That's why this project for me, the Road to 50, kind of rejuvenated me again. It's like, okay, cool. I have something to work on right now. I'm going to really focus on that. And then I've already kind of thinking like, what's next after that? What's going to be my next goal? I'm trying to plot that as well, so I can be preemptive about going into kind of like a rut afterwards, because that can honestly happen once you achieve a goal. You get kind of like, it's like, okay, now what? So I'm kind of starting to think of future, like plotting out 2026. I always start thinking.
Well, we got
about
Miami.
that.
We got Miami in March, so we definitely want to go. We want to go. We want to go look on our best.
Yeah, so we'll be going back to Miami, but not even physical goals, but like personal goals and stuff too. I'm starting to think about those and like what those entail for the next year. It's time for me to start thinking about it now. Yeah, I don't wait until January 1st.
Yeah. Gotta add that weight training. It's gonna serve you right in your older years, Rachel.
Yep.
Strong bones.
Yep.
Healthy metabolism.
Yep.
You're gonna need to go to the ground, lift things off the ground. You're gonna need to put things up. You're gonna need to open up a jar. You're gonna need muscles. Man, I was just telling my wife, like, we have these doggy bags, right, to pick up.
Oh yeah.
And they make it from Amazon. And man,
you have to have like agility.
Those things are so hard to break. It's not easy. I'm like, this takes some muscle. How are older people able to do this with no muscle, no strength? You know, it's hard. They didn't make it easy. They're like stuck. The glue, glue is like they put super glue on there. I got to really like to break it apart. It's crazy. Sometimes you can't even open up a jar.
Oh yeah, my grip is a little not the best. Ever since I had that like autoimmune flare in December, my grip.
That's what you always say. I'm a jokester or a comedian.
You are. Mike is unintentionally funny.
I couldn't go on a stage and do a comedy show, but I could say things on a fly.
He's always making me laugh, and it's unintentional half the time, but it is like it's a comedy show around here.
I did steal fake news from Donald Trump, though. I'm not gonna lie. I just like what he says because a lot of times it is fake news out there.
No, but the funniest thing what I like the best about when you do something unintentionally funny and then I can't stop laughing is that you handle it well. You never get mad at me for laughing at you. You know what I mean? Because some people would just get mad, just get annoyed. So.
Yeah, and that's because dudes be having too much goddamn ego and pride. Like, who cares? Just laugh. Laughing is good for the soul. Well, what you learn, Nadia, you could teach your mom. It's not too late. There's a lot of older women. There's women who are even competing these days in powerlifting sports in their 80s. It's crazy. The mind is powerful, man. It's really the superpower is the mind. It ain't the body. The body will follow. You just got to tell the mind, like, we're going to do this. We're going to get stronger. And women and men are building muscle in their older years. But you got to target protein. That's number one. You got to hit that. You got to get that protein. And if food is too hard, you got to use liquid form. I'm having a hard time getting 225 grams. I have to do 2 of these a day, 2 protein coffees. That's 60 right there. And this was I have to do a clear protein. Buckaroo, that's an old school one. Yeah. Yeah, I just say shit on the fly sometimes. Sometimes I'm serious, sometimes I'm joking. Just depends on my mood.
All right, you guys. Well, I got to get to work. I have lots of editing to do today. It's an off day from the gym, so we're going to try to get a bike ride in.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I get this work done.
Don't you got to go to your favorite place, the nail salon?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can get to the nail salon today. My nails, I've been trying to budget a little and get them done only like every 4 weeks, but look, they look very bad right now. So we're going to go get fall nails to match the fall.
What's fall nails?
Dark.
Oh, dark.
Dark.
So what is that, black?
Not black, but dark, like a dark brown.
Mm.
You approve?
Whatever you love.
All right, you guys. Bye.